Back on Mika.
During my high school days, I had a girlfriend that I was going out with. My girlfriend, Mika, looked a bit flashy, but she always put her all in everything she did. She was the type to always worry about everyone but herself. People were attracted to her energy, and there was always a kind atmosphere around her. I would have done anything for her. However...
I was only dating you because your family is rich.
Mika? What are you saying?
Didn't you hear me? I can't date such an ugly loser like you anymore, so I'm saying goodbye. Don't ever talk to me again.
What? Did you guys fight or something? Huh? No. For Mika to say things like that, if you're gonna apologize, you should do it soon. Yeah, maybe I was hurting her without realizing. Maybe I did something really bad. I really had no idea. I don't know what just happened. The fact that such a kind-hearted girl broke up with me like that puzzled all of my friends. So they tried to set up a way for us to talk it out. But Mika didn't answer my calls and ignored me. So we graduated high school without having the chance to talk. We ended up embarking on different paths. I couldn't erase her words from my head. So I decided to change myself, even just a little bit, and studied business in college. After graduating, I took over my parents' company. While I was throwing myself into work life, 5 years had passed by in the blink of an eye. While the company has done really well, I still wasn't able to put much effort into dating.
There was an invitation to your class reunion in the mail. How about you go for a change of pace? You haven't seen Hajime in a while either, right?
Oh, Hajime. Brings back memories. Mika will probably be there too.
I wonder if she's doing well.
Who?
Nothing, just talking to myself.
To be honest, I still want to meet with Mika. I've gotten mad before about how she just said what she wanted to say and left. And I've also thought about how it would be so much easier if I could just forget about her. But the fact that I still think about her probably means the times we spent together were better than I remember. Ichi! You're late! I was waiting! Hajime, long time no see. Yeah! Wow! You're really fitting the CEO vibe! What vibe are you talking about? I read your interview in the paper. You've really grown, Ichi! What kind of role are you playing now? You really haven't changed. She could at least feel some sort of guilt towards me.
Mika, if you drink that much.
I'm fine.
You're a lightweight, though. Mika!
Hajime, bring the defibrillator. I'll give the first aid. Momoko, call the ambulance. Yeah!
Okay.
Mika wasn't breathing, so I was giving CPR when the ambulance arrived. I ended up going in the ambulance with her and headed to the hospital. It was about 8 hours later when Mika woke up.
I heard that you saved me. Thank you.
Yeah, you look fine now, so I'll let you be.
Let me at least thank you.
I don't need you to.
You still probably like me anyway, right? Come over here.
What?
I mean, not like that. I just want to talk about something in private. That's it.
Although I was a little bewildered at her frantic state, I reluctantly went to her house. She's currently living by herself, away from her family. Her room had the same stuffed animals I remembered seeing in high school. But we're not in uniforms like before, nor are we together anymore. I don't have feelings for you anymore, Mika. I just couldn't stand and watch someone drown. I would have saved anyone, whether it was you or not.
Right, of course. Besides, I said some really horrible things to you in high school, but I was thinking that I should probably apologize for that. I wouldn't be surprised if you were still mad.
You're saying that after all this time? If you were gonna feel regretful, why did you ignore me when I reached out saying I wanted to talk?
I'm sorry, but at that time, I just wanted to get away from you.
Apparently, as someone whose looks were considered flashy and too bold, Mika got asked by my mother to think about reconsidering dating me. But as she found out Mika was a smart and diligent girl, she apologized to Mika. And although she no longer said anything about us dating, she was apparently still worried about me. Because I had a business I needed to take over, with thousands of employees I would be responsible for, and because I was so caught up on Mika that I had started to neglect my studying, Mika heard those things from my mom, and she thought them over. Even after that, she was still with me. But when we were in our junior year, and we started considering career paths, Mika realized I was too focused on her and not on anything else. She began to think that it wouldn't be good for me if things continued like this.
Back then, you said you needed to take over the family company, but then you started to say you would go to the same college I wanted to go to even when they didn't have a business department, remember? And that as long as I was there, you wouldn't even care about yourself. For me, while I was happy that you would do anything for me, I also began to think that if we continued like that, we'd both end up on the wrong path, and I got scared.
That's true. Back then, as long as Mika was by my side, I didn't care for anything else. The company I was supposed to take over, even my family, I was thinking that I could give all that up for her.
Aside from what your mom told me, I couldn't fully receive your feelings. I just got scared. I just wanted to get away from you that time. But there was never anyone that I could like more than you. After I lost you, I realized that for the first time. Even so, it doesn't take away from the fact that I did something horrible. So I'm not expecting to be forgiven. But I was really happy that I got to see you at this class reunion. You even saved my life, so I'm grateful.
When Mika fell into the pool, if it was anyone else, I still think I would have saved them. But because it was her, I was diving into the pool without thinking about it and was giving CPR with so much effort. I've become aware that I still think Mika to be more important to me than anyone else. I'm really glad you're okay.
Yeah.
I was really happy too that I was able to see you at the class reunion. The fact that we got to talk like this too. I'm really glad, if I'm being honest.
Me too. Maybe we won't be able to fully go back to how it was, but I think I still like you. I know I broke up with you and hurt you, but if you would let me, I'd be happy if we could meet like this again.
After that, Mika began to hang out with me, Hajime, and Momoko. At first it was a bit awkward, and they would make fun of us or tease us. But as time went on, we were able to get closer to each other.
You guys are so slow.
Are you guys teenagers or something? It wasn't like in high school, where we started to date just because we liked each other. I began to think about the best ways for us to interact with each other, and how to really care for someone. Mom and Dad, I have someone I want to introduce you to. Will you meet my girlfriend?